Hello friends, I have been hearing some of the comments on how can I really use AI in real life. So I thought of taking this opportunity in explaining in 10 minutes. Let me share my screen with you. So I'm going to open one of the commonest thing that everyone do, that is ChatGPT, right? Go to this. There are multiple variants are available. So the ChatGPT came. I want to use one particular used case. I'm going to ask here, hey, can you tell me the factors affecting the fatigue in a patient and score them, right? I've given this command to it. So the first step is I defined the problem. It is written as the disease related, treatment related, physiological. I read it. It makes sense to me. Then I saw the scoring. So the question that comes to my mind is it hallucinating? Right? So I'll say, please ensure that you give a validated scoring from PubMed indexed journals. So I made a very specific comment. So then it started using a very gold standard Facet F and other scores. Okay. So I'm just trying to reduce the hallucinations by using the score. Now I'm just going to give a final thing that please help me in framing 7 simple questions that a patient can answer to classify the same. I'm just randomly asking 7, you can ask 8, 6 or something. So it is telling 7 questions. Okay, each one having a score. So overall fatigue in the past day, activity impact, mental fatigue and other things. So it is also telling what is interpretation of the score. I can agree or I need not agree with this, right? I'll just go back and just say, hey, please help with these factors as well, right? I have added few more factors to these things. So it is telling, okay, fatigue plus comprehensive OPD tool. So it has built a normal, absent, mild, moderate, symptom duration. That's exactly how you take the clinical history. It started giving me the outputs like comorbidities, functional impact, basic objective test to be done. I may or I may not agree. So it is giving an interpretation of also. So how can you use it? Then now I'm going to ask, please create a HTML model with this. Simple, can be used without the internet facility. You know, that's exactly what I want my people to do it, right? So it started creating it, right? It's building one offline tool. So with me, you know, I just want to have the real life experience of how it goes sort of thing, right? So it just completed all the questions and it started building a calculator to sum up the scores. It started dividing into less than 16, 17 to 25, more than 27. And then it is going to classify them. Okay. And then just give the recommendations also. Right. And it's giving the functionality also and the attributes also. And it is going to generate a total score, severity, interpretation. So that's how it has created the code. Then I have two options. I can download directly, or I can just copy the code and put it in the notepad and then save as a HTML format of this. And I can use it in the real life, right? So this is what is a copy of the, I copied the code, I just pasted it. I'm going to save it, save as fatigue.html, and then saved it on my desktop. And then I'll go back and then open the desktop. This is the desktop which, I'm sorry, this is the desktop which came up. So this is how it looks. I can enter my name as random, some random number, ABCD, I will just write, okay? And the patient will fill the forms. I'm just going to randomly build it. So finally, all the questions that can be built are built. So I started calculating the score. So it is written as patient score is 50, clinical score part B is 10, total score 25. The significant with overhead adequate, it is telling escalate evaluation irrespective of the total score, do targeted work, because overall fatigue is high and the duration of the symptoms is like this. Fatigue assessment, patient ABCD, age so and so, part A is this, that is patient score. This is a clinician score, a combined score. So the mean contributing domains, whether it is overall fatigue, red flag, duration of the symptoms, weight loss, mental fatigue. So it says that patient reported red flag symptoms. Clinician also is there. So this is something that I can be doing. And I can print a PDF of this report in a nice manner. So I built a score in no time, right? So this is how we do. Ask the question, analyze, be specific about the prompt, see whether the code is being built, save it in a offline format like HTML or any another thing, use it. And I can later ask the ChatGPT to create a 30 patient synthetic data, right? So the moment I ask that 30 patient synthetic data, it starts creating the columns, rows, everything. It will just randomly, it will hallucinate and then create an artificial data. So that data I can always download and then just help to train the model. So in the real world, also I can train the model and then create something as a feedback learning. I can keep on teaching the machine, hey, this is not how it works. Right? It is written. Can you upload into Excel and other things? This is how typically you keep on building on that. First, ask the question, verify, create a simple tool, use it. If you are not comfortable, ask the same LLM to create a synthetic data. Try to use the data to see whether it is working or not. This is a simple way. But if you want a professional way, you need to always be in touch with some professionals who can do this job for you. Hope this is useful for you. Thank you.